corner in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
It's going to be an exciting night of gymnastics for the Tigers and the Gymbacks, finishing up this regular season looking to score the best score that they possibly can this evening.
Jay Clark right there with last-minute instructions to his team, the 2024 national champion. Many times, more than you can count on one hand, probably more than you can count on two hands, a national assistant coach of the year.
Jay Clark's done a great job throughout his career, and he's done great things here at LSU, and his teams have grown and been absolutely phenomenal. So he's rallying the troops right now, getting them ready for their first event. And this was the event that made them go lights out in Gainesville, Florida. They went 49-7 on this event. So I know they're going to want a repeat of that this evening.
Lexi Zeiss will open it for LSU. Her career and season's best, 9.9. She's out of Omaha, Nebraska. And that NQS average as we approach this first event, 9.870. Good stuff from her on ball.
She's been a great leadoff. So the goal here is the girls are going to want to flare out, find those landings, and get that stick. Yurchenko full and a half. Slight step forward, but a really clean vault. That vault starts from a 10.0. So they're looking to start strong there.
There you see the lineup. Zeiss.
It's a repeat of that vault. Just kind of dropped her chest at the end there, forcing her to take that small step forward. So that will be a slight deduction, but overall a decent leadoff for the Tigers.
Jocelyn Robertson. Her season's best is 9.9. Her career best, 9.925. From Texarkana, Texas, and this is a special gymnast.
She is Paris Olympic alternate, and she's the first ever gymback to represent Arkansas at the Olympics. So super cool for her and Arkansas. Release right up to the high bar, back down to a pack salto. Handstand pirouette right on top. It looked like she had to overcorrect to save that because she's so aggressive on those handstands, which is great. Double layout dismount. Small step back, but a very clean routine and should put up a really good start-off number.
Well, you mentioned that she was a 2024 Paris alternate on the U.S. Olympic team, 2023 world champion on a gold medal team, 2025 bronze medal on the vault. So she's been wonderful in international competition and, of course, has made quite the mark as a collegiate gymnast as well.
Her experience brings a lot to college gymnastics.
And she is the smallest gymnast out here this evening, listed at 4 feet 8 inches. Courtney Blackson, a senior from Elk Grove, California.
Yurchenko full and a half. Looked like her rotation slowed a little bit. She didn't have enough power, so she had to take that step backwards.
She's had a career 10 on this event, her best this year, 9.9.
That Yurchenko full and a half is so tough to stick because of the landing. That's why it's more difficult than a full. They value it at a 10.0 start value.
Haley Klein out of Lake Forest, Illinois. She's looking to better her season's and career best of 9.875.
She's capable of scoring closer to a 9.9 here, too. Back up to the high bar. Last handstand was a little bit short. Will be a deduction. And a small hop on that double layout, but overall a pretty decent routine for the Gymbacks. Just that release move right into a bail to the low bar. You see that double layout again. Nice height, just a small hop on that landing.
Courtney Blackson turned in a 9.775. And Robertson was 9.8. This is Victoria Roberts. Oh, yeah.
That vault gets better every single time I see her do it. And it's so difficult to do, but she's got tons of power, a lot of explosion off that table, and it really turns out really nice. Her handspring pike half, small hop backwards, but she had a ton of momentum. So the judges like to see you have more power rather than less power.
Leah Smith is next.
.925 is her high on bars. Failed to handstand on the low bar. Really clean routine going so far. And a small hop on that double layout dismount. The judges are looking for form, staying on the equipment, handstands directly on top of the bar, hitting vertical, and she did a great job, so that should put up a really good score. That dismount again, she kind of rebounds out of it because it's so powerful.
Kalia Lincoln now out of Frisco, Texas in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Roberts on vault for LSU was 9.875, or excuse me, 9.9.
That was incredible. She wanted a repeat of last week, and she got it right then.
The crowd loves it. Her teammates love it. We'll see what the judges think.
Here it is again. Watch her height off the table. And there is no question about that stuck landing. It was there. She was not moving.
There's not much wrong with that, if anything. By the way, Victoria Roberts' score of 9.9 on vault was a career high.
It was well-deserved. It was beautiful.
Here's Cucci, Allison Cucci, a freshman from Rochester, New York.
9.9 is her high on this event. Beautiful pack salto. Her toe point is so beautiful. She's got really nice lines. And she sticks that landing. That's going to be a great one for Arkansas.
We have seen so far everybody do what was expected or even more. The Maravich Center is the only place in America where a 9.95 gets booed.
Yes, the crowd definitely wants some 10s.
So Lincoln near perfect, 9.975 in a beautiful vault. And here is Drayton out of Spring, Texas, one of the national leaders in this event. And that's why. Wow.
She wanted that stick. She threw those arms up to get that landing, and it pulled her back a little bit, but still such a great vault. But unfortunately, there will be a landing deduction for that one. She wanted it. See it here. Pulls them up, pulls her back.
Allison Cucci was 9.85 on bars. We are awaiting the vault score by Drayton. Meanwhile, Avery King, a first-year Arkansas gymnast out of Dallas.
A 9.85 her last time out. Looking to put up a good score tonight. See if she can save this here. If she stays on the equipment, it's not as big of a deduction. So she was able to recover, but it still will be a significant deduction for doing that extra kip. Double layout. She sticks that landing. She recovered well.
Much easier said than done, isn't it?
It is. You have to think in the moment and try to salvage what you have left, because if someone were to fall, this score may count. So you have to do the best that you can to finish out strong.
Get ready for the ovation for Kaylin Chio out of Henderson, Nevada. And this is a special, very special gymnast, one of the best in the country at everything she does.
Ranked number 1 on vaults.
Can you do it better than that?
It's just automatic for Kaylin Chio. She sticks that vault every single time she does it. I honestly don't know how it's possible, but it's amazing.
That's like dropping a javelin out of a helicopter. I mean, it goes point first and boom, does not waver.
See it again here. Her form is impeccable. The landing is perfect. I just don't know what other score besides perfection.
That is perfection. A perfect 10. And this crowd is up, waving, cheering, stomping. And why not? Chio, perfect on vault. Let's don't forget about Morgan Price on bars. She's had a career 10 on this event. This year, 9.975, near perfect, has been her best score. And she's got a sister also on the team.
She does. She is incredible. Looks like she couldn't get it together on that first handstand, so she tried to save it, but looks like she's going to have to hop off the event. So that's unfortunately going to be a fall for Arkansas.
And it brings to point the point you made earlier.
Yep.
About recovering just to try to save points in case one of your teammates falters.
Yep. Everything truly matters because you never know what's going to happen. So here she goes. She's mounting the bars again. The judges will take note of this routine, but a 5/10 deduction will be included. It's a shame because she has such beautiful bar routines. See if she can stick this dismount. Takes a small step on the landing, but overall, not a bad routine. She had that fall, and that's unfortunate, but she finished as best she could. There's that half in, half out.
We expect there to be an exhibition routine on bars for Arkansas. Avalon Campbell will be performing the exhibition. This will not count toward Arkansas's score, but it gives her a chance to compete in a realistic setting.
And she's great on this event. She scored a 9.9 against Alabama earlier this season. So a lot of times you just want to keep your athletes in competition mode. If they're not in lineup that night, giving them a chance to exhibition to stay in the game, especially with postseason coming up. She's got really nice lines, good handstands. Stalled her to handstand. You don't see that too often. Into her dismount. Small hop on the landing, but a nice routine from Avalon and a good chance to get her up there before SECs and regionals. coming in the next few weeks.
Well, the Tigers have turned in a vault score that they've only exceeded twice this year. This was the third highest vault score for LSU this season, 49.525. So well done to start things for LSU on vault, which traditionally has been a very strong event.
Vault and floor have always been powerhouse events for LSU historically, and so that still proves to be true. They work their landings, work a lot of height and distance on vault and floor.
Arkansas finished at 48.80 on bars. We will have more from the Maravich Center as we are just getting started. Arkansas, LSU. LSU owns an early lead after the third best vault routine of the season, and Arkansas had a couple of misfortunate mistakes on bars and fell to 48.80. Arkansas normally a much better team than that on that event. And let's take a look at a former Olympian, Jordan Weber, looking for her second straight regular season win over LSU. She was quite the gymnast for a long, long time at a variety of events, including the Olympics.
She's one of the best, and I am so impressed with what she's done with this Arkansas team. The fan base has grown, as you can see by the huge turnout they had at their last home meet, and the amount of great recruits they've gotten, 5-star recruits. This routine is building for them, and I am so excited to see where she takes this program because she's done a great job in her short time there.
There's a lot of Olympians on this staff, aren't there?
Chris Brooks, her husband, is also a former Olympian. Kyla Ross is also one of the coaches, and yes, this coaching staff is stacked with Olympians.
That's something that has carried over as well to the collegiate gymnasts, because there are more and more Olympians and wannabe Olympians that are participating in college than ever before.
It's great for recruiting. This is Cammie Weaver on vault for Arkansas, and what a start. Your Chanko layout full, nearly perfect.
Her best this year and for a career is 9.925. So she is quite capable of establishing big scores early in the lineup.
Really just a small hop on the landing. That vault does start from a 9.95, so you won't get that 10.0 start value, but she should be near that 9.95 score.
Let's watch Lexi Zeiss for LSU.
She had a little bit of trouble on this event, having to do an extra kip last week, which was really uncharacteristic. She got a 9.7. Looking to improve on that tonight. Got a great routine going. Her handstands are all really nice. Full out dismount. Small hop on the landing, but a very clean routine.
And this is the event that Jay Clark has specialized in all his coaching career. He is really known as an outstanding bars mentor.
It's definitely his event. He works a lot on handstands and dismounts, getting all the details right because those details add up.
Leah Smith has been as good as 9.95 in the past.
All-American on this event. Your Chanko layout full with a small hop on that landing. She had a lot of power. She had a nice shape throughout the air too, kind of hiked down, causing her to take that hop, but that's really the only deduction that I see, at least, but I'm not a judge.
You know, we're not going to see Kaylin Chio on bars tonight. One of the few times she has not competed in all 4 events. She has won 4 bars titles in her career, and after winning the vault just a few minutes ago, she's got 52 total titles.
This is Ashley Cowan on bars. She missed that release move last week, so I know she was excited to get back up and do her regular gymnastics because she never misses. And it was there tonight. Very nice routine.
She finally allowed herself a grin. It was growing from a grimace to a grin.
That's what she missed last weekend. No problems tonight.
Jay Clark likes it. Coochie now for Arkansas on the vault.
A beautiful Yurchenko full and a half with a stuck landing. That is going to put up a really big number for the Gymnastics. Starts from a 10.0. Little to no deductions in that vault. Good height. She spotted that landing and got it.
Smith was 9.825 for Arkansas on vault. Her teammate Coochie, we're waiting for her score.
Madison Ulrich up next for LSU. I have loved seeing her on bars. She's so aggressive, so clean. She went 9.9 last time out. And she set the tone for that lineup after Zeiss and Cowan had those uncharacteristic mistakes. She got up, hit her bar routine, and it set the rest of the lineup on fire, and she did it again tonight.
She's won 2 titles in her LSU career, one for all-around and one on bars. Coochie comes through with that big score you predicted, 9.925.
Was well
and that is a
deserved.
career best.
It was beautiful.
Lauren Williams is next on vault. Out of Rogers, Arkansas. Her NQS, very impressive, over 9.9.
She tried to get that stick, but she did have a little bit of a deep landing and then a hop on that full and a half. But that landing deduction looked to be the only deduction there. She's had a 9.975 before, so she's knocking at the door at a 10.0 once she sticks this vault.
I think Ulrich was plenty happy with her score on bars, 9.9. Now Alexis Jeffrey. She can be really special.
This is one of her best events, and she is a senior that we're celebrating tonight, so this is her last regular season meet on the uneven bars in the PMAC.
LSU will host a regional in a few weeks.
Got a really clean routine going so far. A little short on that last handstand, so that will be a deduction. Let's see if she can stick to this mount. Small hop on that half in, half out, but a really clean set overall.
And that final release really propels her with great height.
It does. You have to get high and make sure you have enough momentum to get that flip and twist all the way around.
Haley Klein on vault.
She's also capable of near perfection at a 9.975. She just had too much coming out of that full and a half. She had to lunge forwards. That will be a pretty decent deduction that the judges will take.
Bar score for the Tigers, Alexis Jeffrey, 9.85. And next on bars for
Here's Courtney Bloxson. Her season's best and her career best, 9.95. She's very capable.
She went 9.9 last time out. She's a two-time All-American. Transfer.
And she's an attacker on the bars.
She is, and that was an aggressive mistake that she made going for that handstand, but she went too far over and it caused her to take that fall.
So she'll try to regroup. Only Connor McLean is next on bars. This knowledgeable crowd tries to send some encouragement out to her as she readies herself to resume this routine.
So she's got to start her routine over, but it will start from a 9.5 instead of a 10.0. This is such a great event for her, but you can't be perfect all the time. Things are going to happen, unfortunately. That's a Horkina, and she does it very well. She sticks the dismount.
That's a terrific recovery, and you've been there before.
Yes.
You know what it feels like.
Yes, unfortunately I have, and many times, and it really is, you have to finish strong, and she did just that.
So that's something to build on.
And this team is so strong. We've seen it meet after meet. If there's a mistake in the lineup, they do not let it bother them. They rally behind each other and really finish out the event incredibly well.
Here's a young lady who has scored a 10 on this event in her season's best and career best. Morgan Price, whose sister Frankie Price is also her teammate.
She's just incredible on this event. That is why she has so much height, so much distance. She knows where her gymnastics is to get that landing. See it here again. Her form is beautiful. She did have a slight wobble forward trying to get that stick, so that will be a slight deduction, but man, it was good.
Yes, indeed, it was. And now Connor McLean, also a very, very special gymnast.
She's ranked number 7 in the NCAA on this event.
17 total titles, 10 on bars, 7 on beam for Connor McLean. 3 titles this year.
Her toe point is one of my favorites because her toes are glued together and the point is so incredibly hard and it doesn't come apart throughout any of her gymnastics. Right on top for her handstands. Full out dismount.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic.
That's what Connor does. She is beautiful on every event, but especially bars.
More often than not, she's got a smile on her face and certainly a wide grin after that performance.
It's that pack salto. Another look at that dismount.
This is Jalay Lang, an exhibition vaulter.
Yurchenko layout full, small hop on the landing, but a really great vault, lots of power.
Connor McLean just missed a 10. The crowd voices its disapproval. A 9.95, near perfect for Connor McLean.
There's Haley Mastari for LSU. She is a great bar worker, a freshman. She's going to be in this bar lineup, I have a feeling, throughout her career because her bars are just beautiful. There's that dismount, full out, small step on the landing, but an absolutely beautiful bar routine. That was an exhibition routine for LSU, so it won't count, but what a great routine for Haley, and to know, for Jay to know what he has in her if the time comes for her to be in that bar lineup.
This is Tori Tatum, who will be the final exhibition performer on bars for the Tigers. She is a senior from Minnesota.
And this has always been her event. She's always done such a great job. Huge pack salto. A little trouble on that handstand there, but she was able to save it. Full out dismount. She gets the stick. What a moment for her in the PMAC.
After 2 rotations, LSU 98.90, Arkansas 98.175. Let's look ahead to postseason dates. 36 teams will qualify for the regionals. They will be held April 1st through 5th. 8 teams advance to the NCAA championship. The 4 regional host sites include this one, LSU Baton Rouge, Arizona State, Kentucky, and Oregon State. So Kentucky and LSU hosting regionals out of the SEC. And the special days of April 16th, 17th, and 18th in Fort Worth, Texas, the NCAA championship. If you've never watched it before, make it a point to watch it this year. It is truly wall-to-wall gymnastics, something special with drama and tears and laughter and raucousness. It's one of the premier championship events in all of sports.
It is. It's the best of the best, and they go toe-to-toe, and this atmosphere is a great atmosphere for LSU and Arkansas to end their regular season on. I can hardly believe that we're at this point to where postseason is already next week.
LSU has maintained its position as number 1 or number 2 throughout the entire season to this point. Right now ranked 2, slightly behind Oklahoma in average qualifying score.
They've been consistent. They've had some mistakes here and there like we talked about, but LSU has such a strong team and a lot of depth within their lineups that they're able to put up some really big numbers on each event every single week.
So the Tigers will be on beam. This used to be an event that was troublesome to LSU, but in the last 3 to 4 to 5 years, beam has steadily improved to where it has been one of the strengths of the Tigers over the last few seasons.
And beam is truly a make or break event. The team that wins beam typically wins the meet. So being strong on this event is absolutely crucial, especially when you're talking about a championship caliber team.
And there's just less room for error on beam than any other event.
There is. You have to be calm, you have to be confident, and you have to trust your gymnastics.
Kylie Cohen up first for LSU.
9.825 last time out for Kylie.
She has 1 title to her credit in her career, and that was on floor exercise.
Really nice front aerial to a beat jump. She's capable of leading off with a really high score. She's gotten a 9.925. Small balance check on that series. That will be a deduction, but she recovered. Setting up to finish up this routine. Round off double full. She pulls her arm up to salute. I'm not sure if the judges will give her that stick, but it was very close. Round off double full. We'll see what the judges think. I call that a college stick.
Now we wait for Haley Klein. 9.9 is her career and season's best.
Head coach Jordan Weber called last week's floor lineup a floor party, and Haley was the one to kick that off for him.
Oh, they were good. Very good against Oklahoma.
She was first up and scored a 9.9, which is incredible because your scores tend to build from first to last. Nice opening pass. She kind of lunged out of that first pass. That will be a deduction. But she's getting her teammates involved, trying to draw the crowd in.
This event over the last several years has become so much more personalized, hasn't it?
It has. You get to pick your own music. Your choreography is really done to your personality so that you can perform it as well as you can. This is one of Haley's best events in 2025. She was in every single floor lineup for the Gymnastics.
We don't talk about durability as much as we need to in this sport because the injury toll is incredible. You don't hear about them all, but certainly this is no sport for the timid.
And competing for every single meet will definitely wear and tear on your body.
Ankles and knees are particularly susceptible, aren't they?
Yep, lots of ankle tape and rehab and staying strong. Haley did an incredible job. Here's that first pass again. Front layout to a front full. What a start for the Gymnastics.
Cohen was 9.75 on beam, and now Lexi Zeiss follows her.
Lexi's been so great in college, but she's also had such a great elite career. She was a two-time U.S. national team member and a 2022 world champion. So her elite experience is crucial, especially in high-pressure situations and on balance beam.
She's won 2 titles in her career, one on bars and one on floor.
Switch leap to a split jump. Very nice turn. She made it look easy, but it is so hard to do. Gainer full off the end of the beam. Small hop on that landing, but overall a really decent set for Lexi Zeiss.
She's elegant, isn't she?
She is. She's calm, she's collected on balance beam, and that's exactly who you want in your lineup. Just that front aerial to back handspring for her acro series.
Here's Cammie Weaver. Next on floor exercise for the Razorbacks.
9.85 is what she's capable of. Run through to a double back. She's a little short on that first landing. Cammie was not in the floor lineup last week, so they're putting her in tonight. Again, probably exercising some depth, giving some people rest here and there as we go into postseason.
She's a junior from Lake Forest, Illinois.
To a punch layout. She did it as well as you could do that pass. It was beautiful. She did a great job. That should build off of Haley Klein's 9.825 for Arkansas. So look at that front through to double back.
Here's Amari Drayton for LSU on beam. 8 total titles to her credit. 5 on vault, 3 on floor exercise. She's had 5 total titles this year alone.
We talked about how great LSU's meet was against the Gators on Sunday night. And Amari was a big piece of that as well. She went 9.95 on balance beam. She had a little trouble there, but was able to recover.
By the way, that score you just mentioned, Kaylee, was her season's and career best.
Very well deserved. She's number 12 in the NCAA on balance beam. Her split jumps are so pretty. The judges are looking for 180 degrees, and she does just that plus some. Dismounts. She fights to get that landing. Had a few wobbles here and there, but she stayed on the balance beam. The score won't be as high as she would like, but overall, not bad. She was able to recover well. Handspring layout, step out.
Up next for Arkansas, this is Allison Cucci.
Allison has gotten a 9.95 as her career high. She's a freshman, already putting up some big numbers for the Gymnastics. In club, she was a 5-star recruit by College Gym News prior to Arkansas, so she had a great club career. A lot of colleges were looking at her, and she decided to come and be a gym back, and she has already done such amazing things.
Even as a first-year gymnast, she competes with so much confidence.
You can tell she's a veteran, and her club experience helped bring that to college for her. setting up for her next tumbling pass. It's a front through to a double back. I'm not sure what the judges are going to take here, Lynn, because that was a really beautiful floor routine.
She gets congratulations and well-deserved. We'll wait for the score. It should be a good one, a very good one.
Double layout, nice and stretched. Just maybe be down a little bit if I'm being picky, but those landings were phenomenal.
Here's Kalia Lincoln on beam for LSU.
9.95 last time out.
Cucci was 9.9 for floor on Arkansas.
Beautiful acro series. She's so calm and
She
poised in her gymnastics. Like nothing bothers her. She was a member of the 2020 junior national team, and she helped Team USA win gold, and that explains her calm and composed demeanor. She has been here before and knows how to handle pressure very well.
She's got 5 total titles coming into tonight, 2 on vault and 3 on floor. She looks completely at home on that 4-inch bar.
Not much to take in this beam routine so far, except for that small step on that landing. There was not much of a deduction in that beam routine. It's the acro series again. Her legs are straight, her toes are pointed. She's focused and presses into every landing. She really got the job done.
And Kaylee, no matter what team you may be rooting for, when you see those types of beam routines, it's just truly awesome. Now Leah Smith.
.95 is her career high, and she received that score in 2023 against LSU. So maybe looking to build on that 9.95 in 2026 against LSU. Beautiful first pass.
Let's quickly bring you up to date on Lincoln's beam score. It was 9.9.
Leah is all SEC on floor, and this is one of her best events. She had 5 scores of 9.9 or better in 2024. And you can tell she loves it. This floor music is so fun. Double pike, sticks the landing. That'll be a good one.
I completely agree with you.
She had beautiful choreography, was so fun. It brought you into her routine, and those landings, her tumbling was huge. It had it all.
The height right here, so impressive.
And next, your Fighting Tigers, please welcome Connor McLean.
Let's watch Connor McLean on the beam for LSU. Her career best is a 10. Her season's best, 9.975. 17 total titles in her career, 10 on bars, 7 on beam.
She's the 2024 SEC beam champ. She's just incredible to watch on every event, but beam is extraordinary for Connor.
That's the perfect word for it, extraordinary.
Front aerial to back handspring. She extends all the way through her toes, especially on her releve. I love watching it. The judges are looking at that, and she will never have a deduction on not hitting her releve positions. Side aerial. She is spot on with her gymnastics. She knows exactly where she is in the air. Just that gainer full. She sticks the landing. And honestly, I don't know what a deduction would be in that routine.
It would have to be minuscule if it's evident at all. That was something special.
It's that front aerial to back handspring acro series. Connor doing what Connor does on balance beam. It was beautiful.
There's a familiar face. Dee Dee Bro looking on along with the crowd, hoping for a 10. But it's not to be. It's a 9.925.
The judges have such a eye for what they're looking for, and the deductions sometimes aren't visible to us. Over on floor, we have Lauren Williams for Arkansas getting things going with some big tumbling.
9.95 is her season's and career best.
She had a season-ending injury, which led to some surgery, so she's back out this season. Excited to be back in the lineup. She went 9.9 plus on floor 9 times. So she is happy to be back in this lineup, and I know the coaching staff is too.
How's that for consistency?
It's incredible. She's got clean tumbling, a lot of height. That was beautiful. They've got a pair of 9.9s before her, so things should continue to build, and Arkansas is doing what Arkansas has been doing on floor, which is putting up big scores. That opening pass.
Guess who's next for LSU? You're going to hear a big ovation. She's got 52 total titles, including one tonight. 29 of those have come this year. 9 on vault, 9 on beam, 4 on floor, and 7 all around.
From the moment she mounts the beam, you can tell it's going to be special. She does that round-off entry mount, and the rest is history. She does what she does week in and week out.
So elegant, so calm, so graceful. .975 last week. Looking for that 10.0 on this event, which obviously she can get. She's done it before. Rock solid.
Back handspring, full and a half, sticks the landing.
Listen, just Just watch and listen.
I don't know what you take on that beam routine, but I said that for Connor. So I don't know, I'm missing something, but that was beautiful. It's just automatic for Caitlin Chio. It's amazing.
Meanwhile, Jocelyn Robertson for Arkansas. Did she get the 10? I think the crowd is saying yes.
It was well deserved. Jocelyn Robertson getting things going on floor.
And she's got to compete while this crowd is still standing and cheering for Chio's 10.
If there's someone to do it, it's her. She's used to the pressure. She's got such big gymnastics and a big personality on floor. She's all SEC freshman honoree on vault, beam, floor, and all around.
One of the really dandy, remarkable young gymnasts in this league.
As an Olympian, she brings a lot of experience, and it shows. She hit the ground running as soon as she stepped foot on campus, and this team has really taken off. She set and broke the Arkansas freshman all-around record 4 times.
She's one of those gymnasts you can build a roster around. A whirling dervish with springs in her feet and a beautiful routine.
That will be a good one to finish things off for Arkansas's floor party.
Ladies and gentlemen, a score on balance beam for your Fighting Tigers, Caitlin Chio. 10.
I'm excited to see what the judges think of Robertson's floor routine.
They think it's a 9.9, maybe underscored a little bit.
Does feel a little bit low.
Here's Emily Ennis out of Pittsburgh.
Getting a chance to be an exhibitionist tonight.
She's been good on this apparatus. Her season and career best is 9.9. So this is not an afterthought.
She's been excellent from the start. When we saw her compete at the Purple vs. Gold Inter Squad earlier this year, I was very impressed with her.
She's got that demeanor which indicates confidence and strength and belief.
Round off full and a half. Small hop on the landing. Looked like she almost had that stig. She did a great job. She handled the pressure well, especially following Caitlin Chio's 10.
So let's watch Frankie Price here. This is an exhibition for Arkansas.
Frankie Price is always so much fun to watch on floor. She is capable of a big number. 9.975 is her high. She's typically the anchor of this floor lineup. She was last season.
Her sister is Morgan Price. Frankie is a redshirt senior, and Morgan is a regular senior.
It's got to be cool competing college gymnastics with your sister. Frankie's been incredibly consistent. She's got 10 scores of 9.85 or better on floor, including a 3-week streak of 9.9 plus. Front full to a front layouts. She did a great job.
And we go back to beam. This is Madison Ulrich. Also an exhibition from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
She is also a transfer that came to LSU this year, and she has been such an asset, especially we saw her over on bars. She's added a lot to the bars lineup, but she is beautiful on beam too. Before her college career, she was a 3-time Nastia Lukin Cup qualifier and a 5-star recruit. She had a tremendous club career, and she brought that with her to college, and she's building off of it. She's had an amazing career, a lot to be proud of. Up, back handspring, full and a half, throws her arms up, tries to get that stick, but it pulls her back. But what a great routine.
So we come to the end of the third rotation. LSU 148.375, Arkansas 147.600. And we know there's some baseball fans out there watching and listening tonight. LSU and Vanderbilt doing battle in Nashville, the first game of the SEC season. And Vanderbilt has a 10-7 lead over LSU right now. They play in the 7th inning. Jay Clark will be coming over for a quick word in just a moment. Right now, it's about finishing strong for the LSU Tigers on the final floor exercise on this senior night. LSU will be on floor. It's another packed house waving pom-poms. And this is the final regular season meet of the year for these two SEC teams. The SEC tournament coming up in Tulsa, Oklahoma in a few days. Then, of course, regionals and on into additional postseason.
Arkansas getting set over there on balance beam, looking to finish strong and put up a big number for that NQS score, for a road score for them.
For LSU on floor, Ennis, Ballou, Cohen, Drayton, Chio, and Lincoln. And that's just a portion of the very talented floor exercise folks that LSU could use. They're very deep in this event.
They are, and they have to compete for the spots in the lineup. So it's super competitive. It really pushes everybody to be their absolute best to make the lineup. Priscilla Park up first, leading things off for Arkansas. 9.85 last time out, but she is definitely capable of getting close to perfect. 9.975 is her career high. This is her event. She is very consistent. scored 9.85 or better on beam 5 times, including a season high of 9.925. Typically a top finisher on this event. Switch leap, switch leap. That is so hard to do. She makes it look easy, but doing 2 switch leaps directly connected in a row, it gives her bonus too, so the judges are gonna make sure that that gets included in her total score. Side aerial into a full and a half. Fights for that stick. A really great leadoff routine for Arkansas. That should get things rolling for the beam squad. It's that acro series again.
Tiger fans,
Emily Ennis will be up first, the senior from Pittsburgh. This, for years and years and years, has been a highlight of home meets for LSU. The crowd really gets into it. There's a lot of energy and a lot of talent.
She's been leading off this floor lineup and doing such a good job at setting the tone. She went 9.85 last week. Takes things off with a front handspring double full. That's an E element, so difficult. Full and a half to punch layouts. Her landings are spot on. LSU works a lot on landing positions to make sure they're not giving away anything on that.
She's very light on her feet, isn't she?
She is, and she's one of the only ones that you'll see in this floor lineup doing 3 tumbling passes. Most of them do 2. She's a Rudy to a stag jump to finish things off, and she doesn't even look tired even after 3 tumbling passes.
No, she doesn't. Not at all. A very nice start for her and her team.
Another look at that first tumbling pass. She makes it look easy, even shrugs her shoulders afterwards, like no big deal.
Here's Madison Gustaitis out of Chicago, a sophomore. Her teammate Park was 9.875 on beam.
Judges are looking for a few different things over here on balance beam. They want to see these 2 skills directly connected. That handspring layout step out. One of them, you cannot have hands, so it has to be an acro skill. Also looking for those leap positions, either in a straddle or a regular split leap for your leap connection elements. She's got a great routine going. Gainer pike off the end. Small step on the landing, but that was a clean routine. She's really confident. She executed well.
Let's go back to Ennis on floor very quickly as we revisit her score, 9.85.
And next on the floor for your Fighting Tigers, Please welcome Nina Bayou.
Here's the freshman Nina Bayou from Boca Raton, Florida.
She has made her mark in this floor lineup. She's so exciting, and you're gonna like this first tumbling pass. It is so powerful.
9.925 has been her best.
Huge double layouts. Dances right out of it. She's got so much personality. Even as just a freshman, she's already doing really big things. She gets the party going over here on floor. She went 9.875 last time out, but she's gonna build on that 9.875. I think there's some bigger scores in her future. Front layout to a front Rudy. She nails that landing.
And then blows a little kiss. That is energy plus.
It's about as clean as you can do that floor routine. High fives all around.
That's what happens when you combine skill and energy and joy.
Check out that double layout again. He had a deep squat in that landing, so that will be a deduction, but pretty minor.
.9 was her score.
Haley Klein up next for Arkansas on balance beam. .925 is her career high. She's done that 3 different times. Standing layout for a series. It's different. You don't see that series very often, and it's very difficult to do. She received all SEC honors on balance beam in 2024. Round off, full and a half. Nearly sticks that landing.
Kaylee, a quick update for LSU baseball fans. Vanderbilt leads LSU 10-9, top of the 8th inning. Tigers batting, top of the 8th, trailing by 1. Here's Kylie Cohen for LSU.
Kylie went 9.925 on Sunday night in Gainesville. Front handspring double full. LSU always has a lot of difficulty in their tumbling passes. You'll see most of them open with E-level passes. So not only are they clean, but they also aren't doing cookie cutter gymnastics. They're bringing the difficulty.
She's well matched with the music, isn't she?
She is. Tell it matches her personality, and she's drawing the crowd in and her teammates. Front layout to a front full. Finishing up with her leap series. Judges are making sure that her feet get all the way around on those leaps.
And it appeared they did.
Great routine from Kylie Cohen.
Well, I don't know if she's going to win this event, but she's got a winning smile, that's for sure.
It's another look at that first tumbling pass, front handspring double full.
Klein scored 9.9 on beam for Arkansas. Cammie Weaver is up right now as we wait for Kylie Cohen's score. And we've got it as we speak. 9.925. Well done.
I think that's well deserved. It was a great floor routine. Cammie is so great on balance beam. Career high of a 9.95. She competed in every vault lineup and all but one beam lineup for Arkansas in 2025. Incredibly consistent, scoring over 9.85 on beam 6 times when she competed in 2024. It's exactly the kind of person you want in your beam lineup, someone that's consistent and puts up a big number for you every time they're up there. Round off, full and a half with a stick. There's not much to take in that beam routine. That was beautiful. Hugs all around, high fives. That was well deserved.
Here's Amari Drayton for LSU on floor. She's capable of very high scores. We look for something special.
Amari always brings the excitement on this event. His first tumbling pass. Chest down a little bit, kind of uncharacteristic for her, but should be a small deduction.
A very lissome gymnast. Flexibility is tremendous. Presentation the same.
She's capable of scoring 9.925 or better.
Her career best is 9.95.
Double
Wow.
tuck,
The
sticks
height.
the landing.
The height, incredible. That's pretty nice.
A great routine. Floor is shaping up to be really nice for LSU. Few scores, 9.9 and above is exactly what they're looking for. That double layout. Notice she had to take that small step forward, a little bit under-rotated. No problems with that first pass.
She scores 9.9, does Drayton. Weaver was 9.9 on beam for Arkansas. And now Allison Cucci.
Allison's had such a great night so far. She's a 2025 National Beam Champion, bringing a lot of experience and expertise to the collegiate level. We talked about this on floor with her. She's already putting up some big numbers, so she still has a few years to go in her career, so it's only going to build from here. Dismount, round off, full and a half. Small hop on the landing, but that was a clean beam routine. I would guess it would score at least a 9-9 and continue to build on the momentum that Arkansas has over on the balance beam. That acro series, back handspring layout, step out. Form was beautiful, landing was spot on. Just that small hop on the landing is really all I saw.
Not that Kaylin Chio needs a little teaser here, but let me remind you that she's participated in 2 events, and she's been perfect on both of them. Can she go 3 for 3?
She can. Yes is the answer. Let's see what she does. Just absolutely love watching her. I think everybody does. Full out. She made sure everybody saw that stick.
Look at the flexibility. And there's no rest for her at all.
Takes lots of practice to get this good at your floor routine. Her air awareness is just incredible. It's evident on vault. She knows exactly where she is.
I think that's a perfect term for it, air awareness.
Yep, she's got it going on.
Nothing wrong so far.
I definitely don't see anything. Full and a half to a punch front. Sticks the landing and even holds it for a second to make sure the judges saw.
Some of her teammates were covering their eyes in disbelief. This just might be 3 for 3 with 10s. There's Dee Dee Bro. Look, she's hollering for a 10. The architect of the modern LSU gymnastics phenomenon. Could it be 3 for 3?
I think it will be. I have a good feeling. There was no denying.
Yes! 3 events, 3 perfect scores, 54 total titles now for that young lady. My goodness, one of the very, very, very best in the country.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. 3 10s in one night from one gymnast.
Well, this is Jocelyn Robertson for the second time following 2 10s.
She is.
Tough act to follow.
It is, but if there's anybody that's going to do it, like we said before, it's definitely good that it's her. High, 995. It's her high on this event. Capable of even getting a 10. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw one from her in the near future on balance beam. She has 23 total scores of 9.9 or above. 43% of all of her routines have scored that. That's an incredible stat. Shows how consistent she is. Most of those came on beam and floor. She was also Arkansas's first ever freshman NCAA All-American on beam.
Well, you can see why.
Yep, she's definitely something special for this Arkansas team. They're calling for a 10 over on balance beam. I didn't see any errors at all.
Please welcome
Kalia Lincoln will wrap it up on floor following Chio's 10, her third of the night.
Kaylin Chio is a tough act to follow. Kalia Lincoln can definitely hold her own on floor, though. 9.975 last week, like we spoke about earlier.
Well, going back to Robertson very quickly, one judge gave her a 10, but she finished with a 9.975.
Kalia is also making sure that the judges see her stuck landing. She just executed that perfectly out of her double layout, sticking it for a second and looking at the judge. SEC Specialist of the Week last week after the LSU Florida meet.
Boy, it's double trouble at the bottom of the lineup, isn't it? With Chio and Lincoln.
This floor lineup is just stacked with big numbers, huge gymnastics. I don't know, we may see another 10.
That is just dynamite. Chio had a 10. Could we see another one? Her teammates think so. Oh, that's so rare if it does occur.
I think we're going to see it. I really do. There
This
was no
place
denying it.
will go nuts.
We were close. We were close.
There's cheers and then replaced by a chorus of boos. 9.975 for Lincoln. One judge, of course, gave her a 10.
It's close to perfect. You know, it won't be long before Kalia gets a 10 as well, because, my goodness, that was absolutely beautiful.
The score between Chio and Lincoln at the bottom, just something very special. Near perfect. And don't forget Drayton either, and, well, everybody in the lineup tonight.
It's a great floor lineup.
This is an exhibition for Callie Swaney.
Competing beam at an away arena is always difficult, so this is great practice for depth in postseason. It's got a nice triple series.
Kaylee, we're trying to do some research to find out if this is the best floor score of the season for LSU.
If it's not, it's very close. That was an incredible floor lineup, and it put them over the edge of that 198 mark there. Wheelbacher over on floor, Cookie as they call her, exhibitioning on senior night here in the PMAC. To a double tuck.
Look at her smile.
She's definitely having fun. Last time in the PMAC for a regular season meet, and she finished out strong.
Well, we have done some record keeping, and LSU's floor score of 49.700 is not the best this year. LSU actually scored 49.775 in a meet against Auburn. That's the highest score on floor, but LSU not far behind that tonight.
To get a 49.7 is just, it's incredible. Like that benchmark, like you know you're good. You're in a good spot if you're scoring 49.7s.
So LSU wins it and covers that 198 mark, 198.075. That 198, always the magic number. Arkansas 197.100. But my goodness, what a finish on floor exercise with a 10 and a 9.975 by Chio and Lincoln.
After Beam kind of lost some momentum over there, and they brought it to floor and obviously picked things back up and were able to get that overall team score over that 198 mark, which was incredible. That's exactly what they wanted to do.
We're going to hold on here and have a word with Kaylin Chio, who had 3 10s tonight, something that's so rare. There'll be a senior night presentation as well. But Kaylee, as these teams wrap up the regular season,